Hey y'all, it's Em, and it's time for episode 3 of K-Pop 101. I know that I said that this series is for newbie K-Poppers, but it's also for K-Poppers that just want to learn more about, the history of K-Pop or other things. And today's episode is a brief, really, I mean, a brief history of K-pop. Mainly, I'm going to be talking about debuts of very important bands, and I'll talk about some of the biggest scandals or breakups, like the Great Split of 2010. If you know what that is, you probably do. But let's get to it. So first, we're going to talk about K-pop in the 90s. Yes, the 90s is when K-pop really did begin to start. Um, So in 1992, year I was born, what? The very first, I guess you could call it the very first K-pop group, was formed. Sotaji and the Boys. One of those boys, he is very important and very famous right now and very, very rich. Who? Well, Papa YG was in this group. Yes, it was made up of 3 members, and they were the ones who kind of started the whole idol scene. So I will probably go more in depth into it if y'all want. So yeah, the next famous group to debut was HOT in 1996. Now, I don't know about Korea, but I would consider them kind of Korea's NSYNC in a way, because they were a very, very popular group. In fact, um, Hyoyeon of SNSD said that she auditioned for SM Entertainment for a chance to meet Kangta, I believe is his name. Um, their famous song Candy has been covered by multiple boy groups many times. Um, here are a few clips of SHINee and EXO covering them. Actually, it's XOM. Next is 1997, where we have two, well, we have a group and a solo artist debuting. The group, we have SES, a girl group, and for the solo artist, we have Best of Asia, the queen of K-pop in many people's opinion, and she's known as the Britney of Korea, actually. BoA. Yes, BoA debuted in 1997, and she is still rocking it to this day. Next, we have 1998, and in that year we have Shinhwa's debut. We have the girl group Finkle, I believe, Finkl. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. And then we have One Time. Famous members from One Time include Teddy, who is now a producer at YG, and also Danny, who I believe did host a show on Mnet. I don't know if they're still doing that show or not. Now we have K-pop in 1999. We have Fly to the Sky, who debuted, a duo group, and then we have G.O.D, who debuted. If you haven't checked out my reaction to G.O.D's Dear Mother, link in the description, it is actually my most popular reaction. Please check it out. G.O.D is a pretty good group. Now we're reaching the 2000s of K-pop. Now there's something you'll realize. The farther along we go in the timeline, the more groups debut in the same year. It really, really picks up in the late 2000s to 2010s. It just gets saturated with groups. So be warned. In 2001, we have the girl group Jewelry. And then we also have the boys of Epic High debuting. 2002, we have the group Lee Sung. who are still very popular, I believe. And we have Mr. World Star, Mr. Rainism himself, Rain, debuting under JYP Entertainment. 2003 was quite a year for K-pop because we have Dynamic Duo, the Rising Gods of the Sun, aka TVXQ, Dongmung Shigi, DBSK, whatever you want to call them. And we also have the soloist 7 debuting that year. Quite a year for K-pop if you ask me. 2004, we are introduced to Thrax. The only song I've ever listened to them is the song featuring Boa and TVXQ called Triangle. I believe they are a rock group. I don't know much about them, I'm sorry. 2005 was quite a year for K-pop. We had the girl group The Grace debuting. We had SS501, which is the group from which former member and leader Kim Hyung-jun was in, and that was the group that actually first got me into K-pop. And we have my personal favorite, well, one of my personal favorites, SM's Golden Boys, my kings, SJ Like This, Super Junior themselves, debuting in 2005. Originally, Super Junior was going to be a group that would have new members each year. So when they first debuted, they were Super Junior 05, and then Super Junior 06, and then they decided we're just going to stay as Super Junior and not try to add new members every year, which I am glad they did. 2006 was another great year for K-pop powerhouses. In fact, I consider the years 2003 to 2008 to be the greatest years in K-pop history because we have the debuts of some of the most amazing groups. But anyway, 2006, we have the Brown Eyed Girls from Nega Network, and we have Big Bang. Yes, the bad boys themselves. We have them debuting in 2006 when they were just Baby Bang. 2007 was another amazing year for K-pop with debuts. Like, some serious K-pop legends debuted this year. We have the Wonder Girls. We have Kara. We have Korea's 9 goddesses. Well, technically 8 now since Jessica is no longer there, but... And we have FT Island. Now, a fun fact about Wonder Girls. When they first debuted, Hyuna of 4 Minute, was once a member of the Wonder Girls. She ended up leaving right after the debut for personal reasons. I will go more into that in another episode, but let's continue. 2008, another wonderful year for K-pop debuts. We have the Shining Blaze of SHINee. We have 2 a.m. and 2 p.m. debuting. Rest in peace, 2 a.m. We have the female duo Davichi. I believe that's how it's pronounced. And then we have U-Kiss. I love you, U-Kiss, but that debut. Look at the hair. And then 2009, we have another amazing, wonderful debut year. We have the girls of After School, the Queens 21, 4 Minute, Tiara, wow, this is amazing, FX, Secret, M Black, my boys, and Cube's Princes, Beast. But 2009 wasn't all good and peachy. That was the year that Super Junior member Hong Kyung, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. He sued SM Entertainment for mistreatment, and he left SM and Super Junior. But him and Super Junior are still very close friends, even though they separated. Actually, here's a picture of him and Siwon a few years, either last year or 2 years ago. I can't remember when it was taken, but here are they together, still close friends. Next, we have the year 2010. Now, before I tell you about the amazing groups of 2010, I must tell you about the Great Split, when TVXQ went from being 5 rising gods of the East, splitting into 2 different groups. 3 members of TVXQ, Yoon-chan, Junsu, and Jae-jung, left SM Entertainment, suing the company and breaking up the group. And probably the biggest rift in all of K-popdom. To this day, JYJ, what became of the 3 members that left, are still blacklisted by SM Entertainment and other Korean media because they don't want to anger SM if they put JYJ on their music shows. But enough of that sadness. Let's talk about the debuts that happened that year. So the debuts of 2010, we have CN Blue, we have Co-ed School, who was a group that attempted to be a co-ed group of boys and girls together, but Korea is more a fan of just either girl groups or boy groups. We had Dalmatian, we had FCuz, Girls' Day, who Girls' Day, they debuted in 2010, but didn't reach popularity until later. We have Infinite, we have JYJ, we have the group Led Apple, which is sadly no more, the Girls of Miss A, we have 9 Muses, Teen Top, Sistar, and Zaya. 2011. This was another, as you can see, the groups of K-pop, the amount keeps growing. There's so much more quantity throughout the years. It seems like they're saturating us a little bit with it. So we have AA, A-Pink, B1A4, Black B, Boyfriend, Chocolate, who is a girl group that I love so much. We have Dalshabet, 5 Dolls, MIB, My Name, Reina. It's a group that I really don't listen to, but I heard they're very good. And Stellar. Now we have 2012. Now this is a very, very long list, so please bear with me. We've got 100%, 15 and, Ajax, AOA, BAP, Big Star, B2B, C-Clown, Crayon Pop, Cross Gene, Evil, Excite or EXID, I don't really know how they pronounce it. We have, of course, EXO is the trend. We got Fiestar. We've got Hello Venus, Lunafly, we have Mr. Mister, Newest, Phantom, Spica or Spica, Tahiti, Tasty, Tiny G, and Vix. Yes, I know that was a very long list, but it's going to get a little longer in 2013. Now we're in the year 2013, the year that I started my love for K-pop. So any group that debuted in this current year, or 2013, is a group that I personally hold special to me because they've been around as long as I have in the world of K-popdom. We've got Alphabet, BTS, Bestie, Boys Republic, History, Ladies Code, LC9, who I miss terribly, Empire, Royal Pirates, Speed, My Baby's Top Dog, and What's Up. Now, groups that debuted in 2014, we have 410, Five Surprise, Actong Musician, BTL, GOT7, High 4, Hot Shot, JJCC, Lovelies, Madtown, Mamamoo, Red Velvet, Unique, and Winner. I know I didn't name every group that debuted, but just some of them. And 2014 was also the year. It was the year of EXO's troubles. After EXO released their second mini album, which was Overdose, member Chris, it was like right when the album was fresh and new, member Chris left the group. Months later, Luhan left. Now, currently 2015, of course more groups will debut, but let's talk about the groups that have debuted already. We've got April, CLC, Day 6, G-Friend, Monster X, and Flying, Oh My Girl, 17, and soon we will have Icon. So, this has been a brief history of K-pop debuts and some of the drama that's gone on in K-popdom. Please, I hope you guys liked this. And tell me what you want next time for K-Pop 101. Do you want me to start talking about specific groups and their histories and members and basically everything about that group? Or do you want me to start talking about the different companies? Write in the description, do you want me to do the companies first or a specific group? Please write down in the description. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye, y'all!